dance shoes today because do we need them? You know, I don't know. So, first of all, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been crazy over here, but I'm always excited to be talking about dancing and anything that involves it. So, thank you for being here. Thank you, YouTube. You know, this is exciting to smile. So, shoes. For beginners, no, let's just say it straight. You do not need dance shoes. So if you are dancing on a budget, don't worry about going out there and spending over $100 on a pair of dance shoes. Now, especially if you're just getting in for fun and going to be dancing outside, don't invest in them quite yet, okay? They will help you, absolutely, with like technique and things. But as a beginner, you don't necessarily need them right away. Now, because there's other options too, I should mention that you can use instead of dance shoes. So they make, and I don't have it right here with me, but at some point today or tomorrow, I promise, I'll put down in the description some links for you guys to, do your own research and kind of put visual to what I'm talking about today. So they make these things called dance socks, and they just go over your shoe. Like you can be wearing tennis shoes. Sorry, you can see the bottom of my shoe, and it'll just slip over like the ball part of the shoe. Back in the day, we actually used to do this. They didn't even make these things, but we would just pull down our ankle sock about halfway over our heel in dance class. That way we would have, smoothness on the balls of our feet so we could turn, but also use that heel for some friction if we needed, right? Because we don't want to be slipping on your heel. So I know a lot of students and a lot of people, just dancers, who use those and who love them. So I'll put a link down. I'm sure there's lots of companies that offer them. And again, if you're on a budget, DIY them. Just take an old pair of socks, cut off the toe at this toe seam, and then cut off like in the middle of the arch, okay? And then you just slip that sucker right over your shoe, okay? I wouldn't do that for outside events. You don't really need that. For outside events, I would use tennis shoes. They have great support for your feet, especially if you're dancing on concrete. You want to make sure you are protecting your joints and your feet. And so there's no give to that concrete. So if you're afraid your tennis shoes don't look good with your outfit, that's okay. Don't worry about it. That doesn't matter. People are looking at your dancing anyways. But there's also dance sneakers that they make that when they first started coming out, I honestly wouldn't have recommended them. But they're starting to look cooler. And so if you're concerned about the outwardly look of it, I'll put a link down in the description where you can find some pretty cool looking dance sneakers. So tennis shoes for outside. Dance socks for inside that just slip right over your shoes. Now, if you are looking to invest in some dance shoes and it's your first time, you might be wondering what's the best style, because we've got the open toe. This is considered a rhythm shoe. Okay, it's made for rhythm, to support the rhythm styling and technique. And then you've got something more with what we call a closed toe shoe. Okay, and that's more made for your smooth technique. So you don't necessarily want to buy two pairs of shoes, right? So it's in my professional opinion that you start with a rhythm shoe. You don't have to get a super high heel if you're not used to heels. You always get a lower heel. And the reason I say that though is because most people get into their dance shoes and they forget they have feet, and they lose more control of their body, more confidence in the way they step and in the way they dance. So a rhythm shoe is made thinner here in layman's terms. So you're gonna be able to feel the floor more. It's less like wearing shoes. Okay, so you're able to connect to the floor and feel what you're doing, which is really important when you're learning, right? Because you want your whole body to understand, feel it, register it, right? Whereas the smooth shoe, your toes are kind of squished up, right? Not necessarily squished, but there's no freedom for them to move. And the way the shoe is made, there's not as much flexibility in it. And so it's harder for us to connect to the floor. So if you are starting and you're looking to, and this is for lady shoes, obviously. Men's shoes is, I keep going down. My shoes are down here. Men's shoes is super simpler. Again, you can just go with like, this is called a salsa shoe, but I love this type of shoe because you can use it for anything and everything. They do make Latin heels versus a smooth heel for gentlemen, and it's kind of reverse. So if you're a gentleman, and you're first starting out, I would recommend the smooth shoe, because especially unless you are used to wearing platforms, then go for it. Go ahead and get the Latin heel. Otherwise, stick with the smooth shoe because it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment if you're not even used to wearing any type of heel as it is. So there you go. In a nutshell, if you are a lady or a follower and you're looking for your first shoe, I would go Rhythm. If you're not comfortable in heels, there are short heels, there are wider black heels. Find the style that works for you. They even these days make some really cool flats. Like that competition I was just at, dreams. There are some really cute dance shoes, which was not the case when I first started. If it was, I didn't know about it. So it's out there. I'll put the link on a really great brand, and my friends, shout out to VE Dance. They're not necessarily their own brand, they supply, but they are great if you're looking to spend a little bit more money, because they're going to help you find a shoe that fits your foot, and then they'll order it for you specifically, and they're local, so love them. And then the Very Fine is a brand that I've stuck with for a long time, even as a pro. The shoes don't necessarily last as long, but they last longer than the other cheaper brands. So Very Fine is a more affordable brand, and they also have a lot of different styles, which is just fun. And we're dancing for fun, right? So if that's you. And then what's my other favorite? Let's see, Very Fine. Ray Rose is definitely, like, if you need a stable shoe, if you have foot problems, Ray Rose. Love you guys. If you're going to be in your feet all day. Now, as a teacher, or if you're looking for a shoe that's going to support your practice, they do make practice shoes too. But again, most of those, no, it's changed again. They do have open toe and closed toe. So if you're looking just more for a practice style shoe, that's a great way to go as well. Practice shoe is really made to fit all the styles, so it's a good option. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions about shoes, and I would love to answer them. As always, email me DearDanceDoc@gmail.com, and if you could share, like, and subscribe. It just takes a second. It's free. You're not really subscribing to anything other than me. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. If you want to support us, please subscribe, because that will help. I really want to build up our community and have a fun online place where we can get on here, find answers, ask questions, and really enjoy our passion together. So, love you guys. I'll see you next time, which will be later this week for a practice session in our waltz. Okay, bye. Have a great day.